So, Chapter 1, Pierce Investigations Agency, Boston. Boston, 1924. Edward Pierce, veteran of the First World War, drowns his memories in liquor and sleeping pills. Good for him. He is now a private detective who has trouble finding a case able to lift it from his torpor. Pierce must find a new case quickly or risk losing his license. If I am mad, it is mercy. May the gods pity the man who in his kindness can remain sane. Okay. There's a Lovecraft basis. So, ooh. Okay. Oh, lots of blood and guts. Game saved, okay. Cage. Use, yeah. Just go out. Okay, there's a tilt function there. Crouch. Is to interact. Okay, so we're getting there, I think. Okay. So I can't break that chain. I must light up something. Okay, so I need to pick up this. Wait. I have a hurricane lamp. Very secure. Bolt cutters around the chain. Oh damn!
In my wake, pulled along, fate inescapably draws you on.
We got rhymes. Tilt function, like silk crouch with big lantern arrows.
What a putrid offering.
Something's calling for me.
Don't fight. You have been chosen.
Not much of a run.
Behold. Everything has already been written. But perhaps you will attempt to change your destiny.
Oh, he died real quick. Oh, okay. Must have been a nightmare.
Whiskey.
Salt diary. Pierce Investigations Agency. My private detective agency contracted to Wentworth Detective Agency. After the Great War, I decided to set up in Boston, where there is no lack of work for guys like me. One small-time case follows the other. Adulteries, settled scores, disappearances, that are not actually disappearances. The old office couch is less comfortable than a real bed. I should probably get rid of these empty bottles, but this place is mine for the moment. Okay. Cults, nothing. Visions, nothing. Okay, highlights.
Married woman runs off with her girlfriend. The husband couldn't understand it.
Husband never understood that his wife had left him. He kept on calling me for weeks after the investigation had been closed. It just rotates, so I can't. Never. I've attained a clone. Case closed, okay.
A good old story of blackmail in a speakeasy.
Okay, so, the bar owner who hired me didn't like the way I closed this case, but when you're already outside the law, there's not a lot one can do against a private detective who's got proof against you. A book.
Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology.
Okay, it's just saying sound. You know what? I'm putting the radio. Game saved. Hey, let's grab the phone.
I'm listening.
Are you Edward Pierce, private investigator contracted by the Wentworth Detective Agency?
That's correct.
Hello, Mr. Pierce. I'm Lucy Sherrifield, in charge of investigators over at Wentworth. I'm calling because of a problem with your file. A fire has destroyed some of our documents.
Is that right?
I'm so very sorry, but I have to collect your personal information yet again.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that. So, yeah. So, got Equinox. Equinox presents your ability to influence those you talk to by power of speech. Improving this skill increases your chances of convincing or manipulating during discussions. Okay. Strength. Strength represents your ability to call on your physical power. You have to call on it. Okay. Improving this skill increases the chances of forcing doors or mechanisms, or using violence, physical or verbal. Verbal? During interaction. So strength increases your verbal violence. Interesting. Hidden spot. Hidden represents your ability to find hidden objects. Improving this skill increases your chances of finding hidden objects. And undiscovered objects will not appear in game. Okay, psychology. Psychology represents your knowledge of human behavior. Improving this skill increases your chances of understanding the motivations of a person based on his or her behavior or on an analysis of an object. Okay. The occult. occultism. Occultism represents your knowledge of the occult sciences. Improving this skill increases your chances of determining the use and origin of occult artifacts and of expressing your knowledge of the myth. Medicine. Medicine represents your medical knowledge. What the? Improving this skill increases your chance of determining the dosage of a drug, making diagnosis, or of expressing your understanding of a medical problem. And the final one in the center is investigation. Investigation represents your investigating talent. Improving these skills increases your chances of understanding past events by analysing a crime scene or an object, and of picking locks. Being able to investigate apparently allows you to pick locks a lot better. That is interesting. So we'll see how this goes then. Okay, so let's validate it.
Mr. Pierce, our files will soon be up to date. And on a related matter, may I raise a sensitive question?
What's wrong?
As you know, we wish to closely monitor the progress of our contractors. And it would seem you've been accepting fewer new cases.
Work is scarce.
Mr. Pierce, you know as well as I do, there's never been more investigative work than now.
But are those cases worth it?
They're worth not losing your license. Show yourself worthy of the Wentworth Detective Agency, and we might keep you on the payroll. Mr. Pierce, are you still...
I'm coming.
Cutscene.
Sir, I came here on the advice of a person whom I hold in high esteem, and I must say that I expected anything but a drunkard's lair.
So?
You're free to leave anytime, sir.
Do you know to whom you speak?
Stephen Webster, industrialist and art collector. All of Boston knows you.
Tell me, Mr. Pierce, are you capable of handling a new case, or are you simply a deadbeat inebriate?
If you come to me, it means you're desperate.
Nobody believes me. They take me for an old fool. Sarah, my little girl, she is dead. Even you must know of her. She was Sarah Hawkins.
The painter? Yes. Everyone knows her work.
The police accuse her of killing her
couldn't.
family. They all died in a fire. Sarah, her husband, and Simon, my grandson.
I can't do anything for a woman who is already dead.
Find out the truth. They say she was mad, but I know that's a lie. She would never have done such a thing.
But if you have no proof...
I've brought all that I have. Look. I want you
Okay.
to look carefully at this painting. Tell me all the assumptions that come to mind.
What am I supposed to find?
Tell me if this is the work of madness. Or if, on the contrary, you manage to detect some logic, a rationality to follow so that I may understand it.
Is that all you want from me?
Yes, please.
All right. I'll look at your picture.
Okay, let's...
That's all you've got?
Okay, so...
The painting?
I placed a file on your desk. It contains everything I have on the affair.
Okay, there's the notes. Pierce Investigation Agency. The doctor can well repeat to me that I can no longer use my remedy to keep my memories at bay. But I know that if I stop, the memories will return. One of these mornings, I probably won't wake up. Despite the treatment, I again hear voices in my dreams. But they are different, unknown. They seem to surface from unfathomable and ancient depths. What nameless creature is calling to me? Strange picture painted by Sarah Hawkins. Short while before her tragic death, was sent to her father just after the artist died. Okay, why was it sent after the artist died? He is convinced that she is the sender. Okay. He brought me the painting so I can examine it. Stephen Webster is a wealthy industrialist. Aiming to office, he wants to reopen the Sarah Hawkins case, named after his daughter who died in a fire alongside her entire family. Well, not quite her entire family, but yeah. I must examine the documents he's compiled in order to know more about the case. Okay, so...
A warehouse on Darkwater. Some sketches of the Hawkins family. Rather thin.
A shipping label. Some of it is unreadable, but I can make out the address: Warehouse 36, Darkwater. The police report. It says that the fire was started in the dining room and claimed the whole family. The police decided on a domestic accident. Accident. But they nevertheless insist on Sarah Hawkins' mental frailty. Why? A press cutting, an article written about the marriage of Sarah and Charles Hawkins, a businessman from the island of Darkwater. They lived in a recluse life there, where with their only son, Simon. Okay. I can rotate it, but not give much. File edit. So the diary. Okay. Oh, okay, that's how I look back. That's is. There's a sanity thing. Sanity. Stable. Confident in your abilities and your trust in mind. You conduct your investigation by sticking to the facts, your convictions, and your perception of reality. Your conclusions are logical and reliable. Mental trauma. Nightmares. Edward Pierce is a veteran of the First War, where he took part in the offensive. He is one of a few survivors of the Lost Battalion America units that suffer heavy losses from enemy and allied fire. Friendly fire! How dare you! Forced to hold their position for several days, surrounded by the bodies of their fallen comrades, without food or medical supplies. The soldiers were considered as lost by their fellow countrymen. Pierce is traumatized by these events. He consumes sleeping pills and liquor to ward off nightmares that haunt him. Okay. I don't have anything on Darkwater yet. Clues I've got. Inventory. A lighter. Which I can just rotate. Lost Battalion. 10/7/18. Pretty sure that's the game release. Hey, I've got a zoom and painting now. I'll hold
There's
this.
this symbol on the man's chest. It's as if Sarah Hawkins breathed a message into it.
So, Mr. Pierce, what do you make of these elements?
Okay.
The sender's label mentions Warehouse 36.
That's right.
Yeah.
It came with Sarah's last painting.
And you think your daughter could have been the sender?
That is what you must find out. Go to Darkwater. Find Warehouse 36.
The meaning could be exactly as it appears. I think your daughter is sending you a message.
That's what I believe, too. It was 3 months ago that I received the call from the police telling me of my daughter's death. And yet a short while after, this painting was delivered to my home. The painting is linked to this case, can't you see? You must find the meaning behind all this.
Okay.
Darkwater.
Yeah,
Never heard of
better
it.
find out where Darkwater
Where
is.
is that?
It's a small, remote island off the coast of Boston. Sarah lived there with her son and her husband.
I suppose you want to ship me off there.
Darkwater holds the secret regarding my daughter, Mr. Pierce. You must uncover it.
Okay.
Her husband was a big deal on the island. But the police are sticking to the accident theory. Though they mentioned Sarah's mental state was fragile. I believe you are right, sir. This case is not as simple as it appears.
I am aware of that. I believe there is more to this case than just an accident.
Oh, so do I. Oh.
You must tell me if what the police suggest about the mental state of your daughter is true.
No. Sarah had visions. Everyone knew that. She never would have hurt a fly. She only thought she saw things.
Am I the only one who's seen his arms
Saw
coming
things?
through the seams?
What do you mean by that?
I never knew what she meant by that. My daughter was an enigmatic figure, Mr. Pierce. You must find out the truth about her life and death.
Okay.
I think I'm beginning to understand.
I'm willing to do anything for my daughter to recover her honor.
Quiet down. I'm on your side. Let's sum things up. An artist dies with her family in a house fire.
Yep.
Your only clue is a sort of promontory painting sent from Darkwater right before her death.
Correct. And the rumors about her supposed folly.
Which you don't totally deny.
Find that warehouse. Find out the truth regarding Sarah Hawkins' death. You'll be handsomely compensated.
All right, I'll take the case. I'll go to Darkwater and look into the death of your daughter.
Thank you, Mr. Pierce. I didn't expect any less coming from a man in your situation.
What?
Something's queer. But it's not like I have a choice.
Anyway, situation.
Darkwater. I think I've got a book on the North Atlantic. I'll no doubt find some information on this island in there.
There was some more bits. Let's have a drink. Is that all I can touch today? Yes. Okay, let's go for a book.
Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology.
Oh, there it is.
Darkwater is off the coast of Boston. But I've never heard of it. According to this book, it was often mentioned during whale hunting times at the end of the 19th century. But it seems to have been shunned since then.
Darkwater Island has been inhabited since the 14th century and is still rich with the many memories left by its lost tribes. Okay, tribes. But just don't let the romanticism of these moving evidences of such native and primal beliefs fool you into forgetting how violent their gods were. A gigantic creature still ornates the walls of long abandoned caves. Was it a sea or dream god? No one knows, but today's inhabitants, the sons and daughters of the proud whale hunters, still remember the mysterious and traumatic story of their small island off the coast of Massachusetts. Okay.
All I have to do is go to the port. I just hope that I can find a boat able to take me to dark water.
So I've got...
I used to be an avid reader.
No, apparently not anymore yet. And that opens for nothing. Learning medicine. A dense work aims at interns and young practitioners. This first volume lists all the illnesses known in the civilized world, details symptoms and suitable treatment. Okay. No medical process. So I've now met Darkwater inhabitant Stephen Webster, a wealthy businessman, well respected in Boston area. Stephen Webster came to see me in order that I investigate the death of his only daughter, Sarah Hawkins. The man accepts neither refusals nor unconventional truths. He is ready to do anything to prove that his daughter was not mad. And next one, Charles Hawkins. Obviously just a picture. Deceased. Age 41, ship owner. Charles Hawkins was a local celebrity on Darkwater, the heir of the ship owner family. He used to travel a lot. He met Sarah Hawkins during a trip in Paris. They fell in love, got married, and Hawkins took her to the remote island of Darkwater. They had a child named Simon who lived a very secretive life. Sarah Hawkins, 33. Well, 8 years difference, not a huge amount. But anyway, Sarah Hawkins, age 33, painter. Sarah Hawkins is a painter known for her tortured artistic universe. She was worshipped for the strangeness of her work and the rarity of her public appearances. I seem to remember that she once said, "I paint what my dreams whispered to me." Her marriage to Charles years ago surprised high society communists. A wealthy Boston heiress known for her party-going chooses to follow her new husband and live as a recluse on the island of Darkwater. She has disappeared from the front pages of newspapers, and nobody has heard any more about her. Even her death in the fire remained a secret. Her father, Stephen Webster, continued to seek the truth. Okay. And then we got Simon Hawkins. 11. What is it? Didn't they get married first? There we are. I fell in love, got married. Fell in love, got married. Okay, so years ago, said so it shouldn't be too long, but their son was 11. Schoolboy, only son of Sarah and Charles Hawkins. He died in the fire that claimed that his whole family. A painting by Sarah Hawkins. This painting depicts a monstrous silhouette threatening a woman and child. Could be Sarah and Simon. Flames can be made out in the backgrounds. Webster, the father of Sarah Hawkins, thinks it's linked to the death of their daughter. Could be. And that's stuff I've already read through. Okay. Dark water. It would seem that the world has forgotten the very existence of this isolated rock off the coast of Boston. It is a small, inhospitable island whose coastline is made up of steep cliffs, sharp reefs, and with only one outlet to the sea. It is mainly inhabited by the descendants of whalers who have set up a supply post there in 1800s. It was hit severely by the collapse of this activity. I think the only venture on the island that is still profitable is its medical institute. It's got a medical institute. Okay. Sorry. Bump, bump. There we go. You can't. Okay, so let's have a look at the occult part of this painting. Arthur Sarah Hawkins. She's a visionary artist for some, overpriced imposter for others. Sarah Hawkins leaves no indifferent. This mysterious and reserved painter offers strange images with violent colours, wild strokes to the world. If her paintings are a testimony to her vision of the world, then the world of Sarah Hawkins is a portal open to other dimensions. Extract from the notebook of a student. Yeah. Okay. It still says view character streets. Okay, what? Oh, is that no? Okay, so I should leave the door. Moving forward. Okay, achievement unlocked. The Sarah Hawkins case. Chapter 2. Darkwater Pool. Pierce took the Hawkins case. The cursed artist is accused of having caused the fire that killed her and her family. As the only clue, she left her father disturbing painting on the shipping label and address a warehouse set on the docks of the island of Darkwater. The place seems to be starting point for Pierce's investigation. Oh, facial loading screen. And we'll move forward. Into madness. Cutscene. Oh, okay. That was a pre-interlude, and then Start of the main story, it seems. Cyanide Studio. Okay.
We're almost there.
Where's the beard? Captain Birdseye should have a beard. Got the right outfit. Call of Cahoon. Yay. Let's move forward with this. Oh, there's a whaler's boat. Old one at that.
Stay on board. There's guys coming to unload.
Okay.
Welcome to Darkwater Island, Mr. Pierce.
Why, thank you, Captain Fitzroy.
So, what wind brought you?
Automatically.
Does the Hawkins case mean anything to you?
Welcome to Darkwater.
A sad story that we would all prefer to forget. Charles Hawkins may have been a landlubber, but he was a good man.
And his wife, Sarah Hawkins.
A nice young woman, and a great painter.
New place to go at Darkwater.
You know what? Go have a drink of the stranded whale. What you need is a good pick-me-up. Mitchell may not be very welcoming, but his bar holds a surprise for you. As for me, you'll find me at the Harbor Master's office. If it's the Hawkins family that brings you here, I have a pile of documents that should interest you.
Understood. I'm going for a look around the docks.
Okay. It looks on.
Let the police do their work.
Hmm.
Hey, Sullivan. Can't you go any faster?
You've seen how old this thing is. If we force it too much, we'll break everything.
You can't do that.
But it's only a fish.
The blood is just beginning to coagulate. It died a short time ago. Killer whales have few predators. And there are no sharks in these waters. What creature could possibly have done this?
Oh,
Don't
Jesus.
put that beast back in the water, you shysters! You're crazy! They're cops. They can't understand. Damn stupid.
The same goes for you, sir. Move along.
They seem to be very agitated about a dead animal.
Yeah.
You're telling me? These fools think that putting the whale back in the water will bring about the end of the world.
They're superstitious.
If only you knew. They only listen to Captain Fitzroy. And not always. And you. What brings you to our island?
I'm looking for this address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
I like you, so I'll be frank with you. Don't go near the place. Don't try to get in.
Why?
Because I told you so. Learn to accept some friendly advice. Now, please, allow me to do my job.
You can't understand. Don't put that beast back in the water, you
Okay.
shysters! You're crazy! They're cops. They can't understand. Damn stupid
And it
idiots.
seems to repeat.
Forget it. Nobody listens to us anyway.
Let's pick up a bit of speed. Let's find out what these guys are talking about.
I'll shut up your big mouth once and for all.
Optimistic.
There's nothing for you here either.
beat it.
Are you stupid or what? Even your captain told you not to stick your noses around here again.
Okay. Let's go with a secondary objective.
Prohibition is just a joke around here. That suits me fine.
Apparently it's open. Oh, charming. A charming person indeed.
Hey, be careful.
Now, who is that?
Let's get him another drink. He's dry.
In my bar, we don't serve troublemakers.
Yeah.
You saw what happened. He's the troublemaker.
Oh, you're a true mainlander. A real princess. You strut around with your la-di-da ways, and then, as soon as the pressure rises, you start squealing. You don't have what it takes to drink my whiskey. You've got to earn it.
I'm here for information, not for a fight.
I prefer it that way. Speak then. I reserve the right to answer or not.
I'm not a cop.
I didn't expect to find alcohol on this island. What's the source of this miracle?
You mean who? Our source of supply wouldn't like me to betray them to the first comer.
I'll tell nobody.
She'd know it anyway. Anything else?
It's a woman in the corner again.
The Stranded Whale. I guess this bar has been here a long time.
What can I tell you? I'm a nostalgic sort of guy. The name, it reminds us of the golden age of dock water. When our whalers left for long months and came back, sweating and stinking of the oil and flesh of the whales they'd been hunting.
It was a tough time, all the same.
Ah, but steeped in glory.
Have a drink.
We've never known such wealth since then.
Okay, let's find out about Sarah.
What can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why. Then, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
Go ahead.
Her vision. Was it so terrible?
Way I see it, the truth is really a question of point of view.
What do you mean by that?
Do you still trust the truth after a bottle of whiskey?
Her style made her famous. How would you describe it?
Tortured.
Yeah? Well, it wasn't normal. I mean, for a young woman with a child and all that. We saw them in the papers and we said to ourselves, who can paint such things? Is that
True.
how she sees the world?
So they made you feel uncomfortable.
You need to see them for yourself. Make up your own mind.
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
Okay. Let's find out about Dark Water. Oh,
What
God.
can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland.
I've just gone back into the bloody
paintings.
same thing.
Never understood why.
Thought it was highlighting green for when you have done.
I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
Okay, that's enough.
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
Let's turn to the next one.
Do you know where this place is? Warehouse 36.
Yeah, gotta find that.
Harbor.
The Hawkins warehouse.
Oh,
I see, yeah.
so it's owned by
If
the
I were you,
Hawkins.
I wouldn't hang around there.
Why not?
First off, there are rumors. Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at night. Screams, that sort of thing.
Screams.
And that's not all. There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it. But I'll say no more. Anything else?
Okay.
Captain Fitzroy told me about a little pick-me-up.
Oh, yeah? That must have been before you came looking for a fight in my bar.
Oh, come on. Because of a little tussle.
Drinking it here is a privilege, and I grant the privilege to whoever I want. Anything else?
Okay, so I can't have a drink.
That'll be all for now.
Okay. Where is she?
The miraculous catch. Apparently, the most significant event of the last 80 years.
So they did a returns to port. Oh, okay, that's the boat we saw as they landed in. Returns to port to save Darkwater from famine. They're given up home and the crew pursued. Or what remains of it. Okay. Returned to Darkwater port late on Tuesday afternoon. The locals immediately rushed to the docks to welcome the last whaling ship on the island. People were amazed at the sight of the unbelievable catch the brave vessel had on board. No other information there.
And the doctor, what did he say?
So I speak to
Nightmares. Can hear things and voices whispering. Will follow its reader and appear at various locations, gifted with its own consciousness, until it finds a new reader.
Okay, that's interesting. There's the woman. I wonder if she's the one.
What you looking at, stranger?
The clientele is predominantly male.
Tell me something I don't know.
I meant nothing by it. I'm just wondering what a woman like you is doing in this flea trap.
And I'm wondering what could be going through the head of the chump who goes to disturb her. Let me drink, stranger. I told you to beat it.
Okay, so. So the asylum seeker, asylum staff member seems to be reading a book that possesses, well, sounds like possession. Hey. The lanterns do give off some weird green glows. It's like the fog effect. Let's talk to Fitzroy. Door's already open.
The Scylla. It finished up beached at the entrance to the harbor.
Yep. Oh, there's a few things.
This man and Fitzroy could be twins.
So from this man's got a piglet. I don't think Fitzroy's did. Nothing there, and
What a macabre souvenir.
that's the leg. They could be twin. Barricaded flight of stairs. Oh, let's have a look. Okay, he's got two whole... well, seems to have two whole legs.
I've brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests. They're on the table next to you. But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed. When you're done, come join me on the deck.
Okay, so he's got the
These manifests are signed by Charles Hawkins. But that's all I'll get from them.
Only a few dates are still legible. 1890, 1907. And a partial date. The rest of the document is blacked out. Who would want this information to be hidden? And he disappeared very quickly. Okay. Roy Mitchell. Owner of the Stranded Whale Bar, Roy Mitchell runs a bar. The only bar. Okay, Prohibition has no hold on the Stranded Whale, and sailors come to seek some comfort in Mitchell's whiskey. The man therefore knows more than anyone the secrets and rumours of the inhabitants of the island. Strange after a few glasses. Yeah, pretty much right. That Mitchell is devoted to the golden age of whale hunting. If the numerous trophies that decorate his establishment are anything to go by, the man will talk freely on the subject on which he is so keen, but he will be far less enthusiastic if one wants to inquire about the source of his liquor. Sounds about right. Places. So that is classified as the occult. It's got a good shard effect, but could be him. Then the manifests. And there's the walking. Okay.
From here, I see everything that goes on in the harbor. The hard-working lives of my sailors, the fights at the stranded whale. Even the antics of these wharf rats don't escape me.
It's you who lays down the law around here.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm just the last serving captain on Darkwater. Tell me what I can do to help you.
What is it now? The wrong one.
Your manifests have been blacked out. They're totally unreadable.
Yeah,
Well, yeah.
I saw that. I've got no idea who did it or why. I don't remember having countersigned anything special enough for someone to hide it.
And why obliterate the dates, as well as the goods stored in the warehouse?
You mean that the dates have some meaning?
I know that Charles Hawkins was descended from a family of ship owners.
Yeah.
And
true.
the island's fishing industry was hit badly.
Indeed, we specialized in whaling, but no whalers went out to sea after the miraculous catch of 1847.
So where did the Hawkins family get its money?
Well, from what Charles inherited, I presume. Although, these dates on the manifests could indicate that he had contracts of another kind.
With whom, I wonder? I was looking at your photograph. The one of the man in front of the boat.
Ah, yes, I can see the one you're talking about.
Interesting resemblance. I thought it was you, but with a wooden leg.
And for good reason. That's my father in the photograph.
Your father?
John Fitzroy.
I don't think that's going to be right.
Cellar. His wooden leg is here. You can go and see it if you're interested.
Already looked at it.
I'm just back from the wharves. The dead killer whale is unsettling the sailors.
Ah, yes. Us men of the sea are superstitious folk.
I examined its wounds. I know of no creature able to cause them.
Well,
and I
no
took
creature
you
yet.
for a detective.
Believe me when I say that these wounds are significant.
Come. You've only just arrived on Darkwater, and already you think like a sailor.
The police took the decision to put the killer whale back into the sea.
You've got to understand them. They didn't know what to do with it.
I think that was a mistake. Who says that whatever caused those wounds is no longer in these waters?
You think we should have kept it?
To look into the real cause of its death, at least.
True.
The miraculous catch. Is it a local legend?
Not at all. It's an episode from our glorious past. Go read the story of the sailor's return to Darkwater Harbor. It's displayed on a wall of the stranded whale.
Okay, so I only have to ask
I'm
him
looking
about the
for
warehouse now.
36. Do you know where it is?
Look, it's right there. The warehouse is opposite the jetty. You can't miss it.
With that guy leaning on the wall.
Understood.
You know who the building belongs to, don't you?
Hawkins.
It belonged to the Hawkins family.
Precisely.
I think that somebody here wanted me to search this warehouse. I shall be on my way.
So come back and see me when you've got something new.
Okay. Oh, I gained 1 CRP. Yeah, I should. Oh, I gotta accept it, haven't I? Okay. Okay, so the whale's getting there.
Oh yeah, he's gonna get us into trouble. You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a song.
These wounds.
That's no way to treat an omen.
Oh yeah.
It's an omen now. Okay, interesting.
Where do you think you're going?
I thought that the Hawkins case had been
It's
closed.
Yeah.
That's true.
So what are you doing on guard duty in front of this warehouse?
Who's asking the questions here, the cop or the tourist?
What more can you say about the death of the Hawkins
Yeah,
family?
go find out.
Not much
about the
more than what
Hawkins.
everyone knows. I wasn't on the case. They were all burnt to death, right? Up at their place.
The whole mansion went up in flames.
Don't get it into your head to go wandering around up there. It's dangerous.
What do you mean by that?
The only one left there is old Silas, and the accident has affected him badly. He can be unpredictable, especially if a stranger starts poking around the property.
Is he a danger to the public?
No, he's in his own home. Do yourself a favor. Leave him well alone. You again. I told you to beat it.
No need to get worked up.
Okay, so he's blocking me getting inside the warehouse. So where should I go to get in? I got two guys here.
Who's this guy?
No idea. What's with you wandering around here like a hungry dog?
Woof woof.
I've got to enter the Hawkins warehouse. I guess it's going to be complicated.
No, it's very simple, in fact. Fuck off.
I don't give a damn about your racket. I just want to get into this warehouse.
Now, we don't give a damn about you. Whatever your reason for wanting inside, there's nothing we can do for you.
Steve.
I bid you gentlemen farewell.
Okay, there's a way to sneak in. So I'm guessing crouch works well.
How could you be dumb enough to leave the entrance to the warehouses unguarded?
Keep your voice down. Why not go and shout at the cat while you're at it? I don't want to end up with her little knife under my throat.
It's a stiletto, you idiot. And with that smell on your breath, I don't give you much chance anyway.
Okay. I've got a feeling I'm going to have to speak to the lovely young lady at the bar again. By the way they're talking, that's what it sounds like. And that route's clear as well now, but I'll see the lady first.
What? Another break?
One of those.
I told you to beat it.
Okay, apparently I seem to have upset her anyway, so... Do I investigate or do I see if I can get round? That's the question. Does he have...
You saw what happened with those sailors. Don't hang around here unless you want trouble with the bootleggers.
This warehouse looks abandoned. Why does it interest them so much?
No doubt a question of territory, but I ain't asking. You want to know more, go ask the captain.
Good. Thank you.
Okay.
I shall take my leave.
So I'll need to speak to the captain again. Interesting. Has that warehouse been used to manufacture alcohol again?
You're back again. What can I do for you?
Apparently the bootleggers don't want anyone hanging around the warehouses.
They're part of the private property I mentioned earlier.
And yet the place looks abandoned. Why guard the entrance?
As a precaution,
True.
I suppose. All the warehouses are more or less interconnected by old sewers.
You mean that there's a way to go from one to the other by tunnel?
I couldn't tell you if it's still the case today for all the warehouses on the island, but I think I can imagine what you've got in mind. You can always visit them if you're not the claustrophobic type.
Okay, so I can use another warehouse to get into that one. And of course, then one of the...
He's back in the water, you shysters, you're crazy. The cops, they can't understand. Damn stupid idiot.
So I need to get into a warehouse. That's...
You live here?
Why did you do that, huh?
We saw what you did to St. Brendan.
Yeah, we'll teach you to come onto our island and ridicule our protectors.
I've never heard of this saint. Is it a local belief?
But everyone knows St. Brendan, the Navigator.
He's the patron saint of whales and whalers.
What happened to the statue?
Go see for yourself. He's at the end of the jetty.
There's you, our beloved statue, and then those two bozos behind us. Wait, now that I think about it, it's got to be them. There's one of them who's always going back and forth to the statue.
Quieter. That's all we need for them to hear us.
What brings you to dark water?
Okay.
The two guys behind you. What are they guarding?
The bootleggers. Scum.
They're protecting their territory. From whom, I wonder?
They really don't have a choice anyway. They're more scared of Cat than an attack by drunken sailors.
If only they would kill each other.
This Cat you mentioned, is she their boss?
Hold on just a minute. We didn't tell you a thing.
Nothing at all.
Go this way. Let's leave.
I've taken enough of your time.
We'll see you later.
Oh, they're the two most friendly people. So, if I go, something's up with that statue. Which is interesting then.
St. Brendan, patron saint of sailors and travelers. Desecrated. I can't even say which language it's written in.
Okay, interesting. Been desecrated. Okay, so it's not a hidden entrance or something they're guarding for a reason. That's interesting. Can't speak to him. Okay. Could I get the drunkens to...
Well, look who's back.
There's an option to get rid of the guards. Get rid of the 2 guards.
I have an offer that could interest you.
We're listening.
I need you to keep them busy for a while.
You send us to take the punishment while you go quietly about your business. What's in it for us?
What would convince you to help me?
There's only one thing that'll get us to move.
For sure. Bring us something to drink and we'll take care of the bootleggers.
I'll be back.
Take your time. We're going nowhere.
Okay, so I need to somehow get some alcohol.
Can't understand? Damn stupid idiots. Forget it. Nobody will...
Now I've been told that okay, this road is blocked off by a car. Is this another warehouse? The spot arrow detected that you're close to something hidden. Okay.
This tunnel goes under the warehouses.
There's a reel goes up there. There's a ladder there. Aha.
A handle. It must come from these old winches.
So, I can use the tunnel to get through. Okay, so if I'd done well with the barkeep in the first place.
I could use this old winch to lift the grating.
That's the only option it gives me. Oh wait a second, I don't have the... Probably a locking mechanism to lock the winch in place. So there's more hidden stuff in here then. What's that? Oh. That's a chain. Aha.
A whale vertebra. If the newspaper clipping in the bar is true, this bone is a real fossil. A ratchet device. Exactly what I need.
Something else hidden in here again. Oh, it's highlighting something here. Got no jump function. Okay, so something else as well again. I am completely missing. Wonder why it is. Okay, so I've seen that, seen nothing shiny over there. I wonder what it could be. Oh, okay. I could use a lighter as a lantern. Didn't realise that, but yeah. Nothing quite stands out. Okay. So it's definitely in there. Okay, there's another hidden item somewhere. But I've got to get into that warehouse, which... something I missed upstairs then. No jump function. Can't fall off, so definitely an investigative game, but where would I find? Oh, there we go.
It should be possible to mount this cogwheel on the winch.
Okay, so that's everything. Definitely interesting.
Looks like everything is in its place. All I have to do is turn this handle.
Okay, let's save the game on that part. So let's go on. Yes, there's a letter.
Smoke. It's coming from this oil. I hope it's not toxic.
Okay. Okay, through the waterway now. Nothing like a sewer. Okay. Oh shoot, what the hell is that? Whoa! Whoa. Whoa. Seaweed. Now that was creepy. I'm guessing I'm gonna have many moments like that. Okay. Oh, this is the markings.
This is primitive.
So this sort of means that this tunnel was here before. Yep.
Oh, this place stinks.
Your objective. Oh.
What is the connection between this place and the Sarah Hawkins?
Search warehouse. Reconstruct a scene. Interesting.
What happened here?
A mirror got punched.
Who has enough money to buy painkillers, but stays in a place like this?
Someone lived here.
It smells as bad as it looks. Can't sleep. I know how that feels.
Sleeping pills.
Is this one of Sarah Hawkins' paintings?
But he's crouched down. Sort of like fear.
What is this picture of Charles and Sarah Hawkins doing here?
I got a feeling Sarah was here. Right here? Or is there more? Okay, leave the reconstruction now. Memorize nucleus, okay. Sorry. Okay, so if I go to clues now. Officially unused since Charles and Hawkins' death, this house has recently housed any signs of life. Attests to the fact, presence of blood-stained bandages. Also noted, probability removed from wound. Probably removed from rodeo. as well as pills, painkillers, and sleeping. Moreover, it seems to be obsessed with Sarah Hawkins. Photograph, press, yeah, but recognise bells. Yeah.
Oh, someone has settled in here.
And whoever it is has something to tell me about the Hawkins case. Is there anyone in there? You! Don't move! You again.
Okay.
I told you to stay away from this warehouse.
No, I'm not going to threaten the officer.
Look around you. Someone has settled in here.
Yeah.
Can you explain what this painting is doing here?
This strange portrait. Wait, I know it. It was in the Hawkins mansion when we came to investigate the fire.
So you confirm that it was removed from the crime scene. Interesting.
Yeah.
I'd like to go and see the mansion.
Very interesting.
Of course.
Why?
You want to go back along his trail? I'd like to understand how this painting made it to here. Come on. My car's parked down the way. Andrews, would you please shut the door? And open your eyes, damn it. This guy went right under your nose.
Literally.
God damn it. Her again.
I think this is Cat.
This case has nothing to do with you, Baker. Clear the passage or I'll shut you up for obstruction.
Officer Bradley, you've finally grown a pair. Too bad you're too fat to see them down there.
Why you?
That is
Come
brilliant.
on, keep the smile. You don't want to force me to widen it.
Okay, I get it. Can we go to the mansion now?
Who the hell are you?
Yeah, it's
What were you
Cat.
doing on my turf? I've got my eye on you. We'll meet again.
Is it far, this mansion?
Okay, we're being watched.
Look behind you, at the top of the ridge. You see the building? That's the Hawkins mansion. Come on, we got some driving to do.
Yeah, that's just not good. Chapter 3. Pierce managed to get into the warehouse, the place thought to be abandoned. Revealed some surprises, signs of recent occupation, as well as partly child painting. Interrupted in his searching by Officer Bradley. This convinced him to join his investigation. The police officer is willing to drive the detective to the Hawkins manor. Enter madness. And set yourself for underdogs. Funny how that is. Ooh, someone hiding in the shadows. None of your business. Oh, it's nice to have a biscuit tin. Can't say I've got many biscuits left.
Well, here we are, Hawkins mansion. The place has been abandoned since the fire. There's only old Winchester in his hut.
I don't believe the fire is the only reason this house is in such a state.
It's a very old building, you know? Its foundations would probably date from the arrival of the first settlers.
Huh. It's really that old.
Come on, let's leave the stories of the dead alone. They've nothing to do with your case anyhow. Let's go up there. Unless you still have questions.
Of course I do.
I prefer to be prepared if there's going to be trouble.
It's a wise attitude. But apart from old Silas and some rotten floorboards, there's nothing to worry about.
You're talking about Winchester?
That's right. The Hawkins' old caretaker. Strictly speaking, he ain't dangerous. But since the tragedy, he's been a little touched. Though, he's a remarkably sturdy man, given his age. A true force of nature.
A sad old man doesn't worry me.
Gee, if you don't want to listen to my advice, we might as well go. Right?
True.
You're the one who looked after the Hawkins case.
Don't think I was trying to hide it. It's just that this discovery shakes my convictions.
That's why you're so keen to find out who removed the painting from the mansion.
Yep.
Yes. If something escaped us, or if there's been a law enforcement error, then it's up to the police to make good its mistake. Anything else?
Nice to know, actually, there is a game where police officers actually doing his job. Well,
your partner, Andrews, warned me against him.
You managed to get something out of that bum? I'll end up asking you for advice.
He talks too much. He inferred that old Silas was slightly unhinged.
That's not far off the mark, I suppose. But kinda unfair at the same time. You know, Silas Winchester has been working for the Hawkins family as far back as I can remember. Charles was like a son to him. The day of the fire, he lost his whole family, so he's got nowhere to go. And, as you'll see, in a way, he's still watching over them. Is there anything else you want to ask me?
I think that's
all
the questions. Let's move
Night
forward.
falls quickly here, and I want to be able to see when we arrive.
I'll go with you, if only to reassure Silas.
Yeah,
Why
I'll
not?
accept that.
You can help.
Right. Let's go.
Anything of note around here?
Bradley was right. This place is much older than I imagined.
Oh, he's following me. Okay. Music.
Poor kid.
Simon's grave. Wireless moss.
Charles Hawkins' grave. Who could have done this?
I told you. Silas Winchester is still watching over the Hawkins family.
I must say, it's pretty gloomy.
So, Detective, does this place inspire any thoughts?
Why were they buried here?
I was given to believe that it was Charles Hawkins' wish.
Strange idea. I imagine Webster wasn't too pleased.
Mrs. Hawkins' father? It's said that he's devastated.
Yeah, true.
Let's go to the mansion.
Please give me a minute. I didn't expect to set foot back here after the burial.
The flowers on Sarah Hawkins' grave are fresh.
Okay. 126. Okay, let's move on. No.
The caretaker takes great care of these graves.
Yeah. Nothing else there to investigate. I'll leave him there for the moment. Well, that's the front door. It looks boarded up. Yeah, this looks a bit more derelict.
This entrance is still in use.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Oh dear.
You were trying to force the door, you nosy prick!
Easy, sir, all right? Put down the axe.
You know what we do with rubble like you? We gut them! Dump them into the ocean!
Whoa!
Maybe I should have spoken to Officer Bradley.
You're Mr. Winchester. Lower that axe. And let's talk calmly.
I'll show you how we have it out on Darkwater.
You haven't forgiven yourself. You stay here to honor the memory of the deceased.
That's true. I want no more
looks like I picked the right thing.
No more tragedy.
It's painful to be the last one left.
You don't know how right you are. Understood. I'm listening.
The police report describes a domestic accident, but Stephen Webster has several reasons to believe that this may not be the case.
Webster is as stubborn as an old mule. And I did tell him that we should let the dead rest in peace.
He wants to restore the reputation of his daughter. I just need to see where the fire started.
No, I can't let you in. The mansion isn't safe.
That's why you barricaded the entrance.
That's right.
And this door?
It's locked, and I make sure it stays that way.
No one lives in the mansion, and you don't take care of it anymore. If you have a good reason to be here, I'm listening.
There's vermin. I keep an eye out.
Vermin?
Yeah, that's it, vermin.
Right. This is what we're going to do. I go inside, and I promise that I'll hunt vermin. Okay with you?
I'm not sure.
If there's nothing else to fear, you can give me that key.
Right. Take the key and do what you have to do. Go on, then. Just to get rid of you.
Let's see what more I can learn from this mansion.
There's Officer Bradley. Well, I want to have a look down the harbour first. This looks like it's probably a locked gate.
This gate is locked.
Yeah. Called up before even the game tells me. That's interesting. This is probably Thing's house. He's just carrying an axe.
The poor wretch seems to spend the best part of his time isolated from the world.
Yeah, not too surprising.
I know a thing or two about solitude myself. Rather Spartan. The caretaker has simple tastes.
It's locked. Okay. No, I'm getting my way around, so I'm learning what things are. That's what's needed.
Pierce, shall we enter? Now that you've finished your fun and games with Silas, we can perhaps inspect the mansion.
You're right. Let's go. Let's take a look inside.
I'm with you.
Part 2 of Chapter 3. Pearson office. As Bradley explored the gardens of the Hawkins mansion, the family lies in the graveyard of the property, guarded by Silas Winchester. I wonder if he made any guns. The old caretaker is faithful to his employers, keeps watch on the place, armed with his axe. For a guy named Winchester with no guns. Interesting again. Pierce and Bradley managed to calm him down and finally get hold of the key to the Hawkins mansion. They enter the building looking for a scene. Fire. Enter madness.
Follow me. I know the place. Who left this light on?
We've got a white light and everything else seems to be green.
The Last Supper of the Hawkins. What does this tell me?
Nope, wrong one. There we go. Those two short buttons.
What kind of meat is this?
That's something I'd like to know.
This place is for the head of the family, Charles Hawkins.
He looks angry.
The boy was probably here. Smashed his plate on the floor.
And then where's the wife?
Sarah Hawkins didn't eat. Was it because of the meat or something else? Something happened at this table. An argument?
Well, he's angry. Boy's scared. The wife's trying to calm him down. Okay, so what do we know about that?
Hey, Pierce. Daydreaming again?
Working, officer. This dinner table tells us a lot about the Hawkins family life.
Well, we don't have all day. The scene of the fire is next door. Silas managed to bring the fire under control. It was already too late for the Hawkins.
Was Charles Hawkins some kind of explorer?
In front of exotic ruins, it is common knowledge that he wasted away his fortune on expensive trips. What was he looking for?
Charles and Sarah's wedding was painted by Sarah herself.
Was there anything to pick up in here? There's a picture in the corner here.
Sarah Hawkins painted herself with her son, Simon, ready to go somewhere, but without Charles.
Yeah, very weird.
Let's see if I can find something the cops missed.
Okay, let's investigate.
The child's corpse left a trace. Where are the others? They had a fight. Why? Did Sarah Hawkins lose one of her shoes? How?
Boy's on the floor over there. And carries on fighting, and she's been slumped onto the table.
Was Charles Hawkins a heavy drinker?
So I'd expect him to maybe chuck something into the fireplace. Nope. But the clock.
Did it stop at the time of the fire?
Well, the clock stopped at 10 o'clock. The lamp shut off the table. And that Hawkins was drinking down there. Picture, that's where the picture was missing.
If the
from.
painting I found on the docks really came from here, how come it didn't burn?
Also, what's with the squid tentacle maybe on that shoulder? I think that's it. Tells me when I can exit. Or when I should exit. Ah.
Did someone escape the fire?
Yeah, that's it. So, someone escaped. There was a fight. There was a domestic fight somewhere.
Blood. This lamp was thrown. This was no accident. This was a fight.
No wonder how.
Someone fell here. A desperate attempt to flee.
I'm sure the other door was open.
And the boy.
Boy soldier.
So, Detective, what do you make of it?
I firmly believe this fire was more than just an accident.
Huh. What's your theory?
I think the Hawkins couple got into a fight.
It looks
sure
like
of that?
There's only one way to be sure.
Hey, why have I got to go in here? Okay, I've got wrong. Keep on setting the wrong one. Okay. At the moment.
Just ask that you don't disturb anything. If Chief West found out about what we're doing, I'd be in serious trouble.
This door is locked.
Okay, so we've got a locked door there. What the hell? Okay, rodents. Another medical book. Oh yeah, the submerged city I got pulled into while investigating the Hawkins warehouse. Pierce entered the partly submerged tunnel, then ran under the dock. That ran under the docks. Yeah, well, there was something took hold of his arm, tried to drag him beneath the surface, drowning. The detective caught a glimpse of human and animal bodies, as well as an underground city. He's managed to make it back to the surface to discover that rather than tentacles, it was seaweed that had wrapped itself around his arm. The vision nevertheless disturbed him by its clarity and its violence. That's what I'm worried about, is my sanity. Nothing here.
These bandages are covered in dried blood. The same bandages that I saw in the warehouse on the docks. And given the bloodstains, I'd also say that it's the same person.
I don't know how we detect from bloodstains. Where's he going? Do I go upstairs? Let's have a look.
The lyrics of the drunken sailor. A sea shanty.
Okay, I'll go.
This door is blocked from the outside.
Got some hidden things in here. Yep, there we go.
A crowbar. Could prove useful.
Okay, that's the only hidden thing in there. Well,
An original edition of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, dated 1818.
Frankenstein. Oh, that was good. Don't like that creepy sound.
Moby Dick, Melville's classic. The epic battle between man and whale.
Oh no, whaling not.
Mandatory reading for any whaler, I guess.
Yeah, on the whaling islands. Yeah, go and find that. Anything around here? No. There's something with the picture. I'm sure normally it's...
What do you know about Charles Hawkins' activities?
Yeah.
Well, not much, to be honest. We all assumed the Hawkins lived on Charles's inheritance.
Or does that look strange like the painting? I think I'll have to go upstairs by the looks of it. Okay. Just as I step near
Greek
the book.
mythology. Hecate, goddess of the dead, daughter of Tartarus, and mother of Scylla.
Scylla is the boat. Wasn't it?
Greek mythology. Hecate, goddess of the dead,
daughter of Tartarus,
and mother of Scylla.
So the boat is named after the goddess of death. Oh, the boat is named after the daughter of the god of death.
dark
Interesting.
water history. This place was settled back in 1692 by two families that seceded from the New England colonies.
Doesn't tell me which families, though. Okay. Ah, a book.
A book on hunting whales, the island's staple diet last century.
Okay, very cool.
There's something disturbing about this painting. "20,000 Leagues Under the Sea."
Oh.
Another story about the mysteries of the deep.
Rare edition as well. Yeah, I gotta let the lights calm down. Okay, there's a corridor back here. Random dust dropping off things.
What could Sarah have done to make this person threaten to call the police?
Dear sir, as you know, I have always held you and your family in high respects. Okay. Unfortunately, I can no longer continue to close my eyes to the behavior of your wife. Last week, she again terrified my clientele. I know that she means no harm, but you should place her in the care of Dr. Fuller. That must be the one of the doctors at the asylum, which I saw by the staff members at the pub. He alone seems to be able to make her come to her senses. These disturbances were to reoccur. Believe me that although it would feel like torture, I would be obligated to involve the police. Respectfully yours, Anton Ballard. Okay. That's interesting. I can't get into very dark corners. And a lot of creaking noise.
Locked.
Blank canvases. This is the boys' room.
The boys' room.
Yep. Okay, let's go into investigation mode. Well, now it's good to see things a bit clearer.
A child's fort. From what threat was Simon protecting his world?
Yeah. Sleeping pills. Yep, it's more sleeping pills. Seems to be a lot of people taking sleeping pills in this island. Investigate.
Tom Sawyer. Mark Twain. Sarah must have read it to him before bed.
Okay. Oh, and then it tells me the sleeping pills.
Sleeping pills? Strong for an 11-year-old boy. What was wrong with this family?
And then there's... It looks like he had the same similar visions as his mother did. But why would his mother...
What nightmarish vision could have inspired them?
But what sort of family with
Simon's troubles went beyond family problems. That kid saw something. Something terrified him.
Yeah, but also, what sort of family would leave? And there's...
The argument that led to their tragic end seems to have been simmering for some time.
Simon's private journal, he seemed to worry about his mother and her attacks. Tension also seemed to be growing between the Hawkins couple. Could the fire be the result of an argument? Today, Mother, who played in the garden, but she is still sad. I hate it when she is sad. Is she angry with Father? Father scolded me. He shouldn't loud and wanted to spank me, but Mother did not want him to. He is always angry. Why? There are lots of strange things in his office. I just wanted to have a look at them. So so Simon went into his office, into his father's office without permission then. Looks. I built a castle for Mother. I told her to come and hide with me. Interesting, she's always painting monsters. I don't like monsters. I have bad dreams when they come into my bedroom and look at me. I cry and Mother shouts at me and Father says I must take tablets. They are not nice. I don't want to take them. Okay. Mother is screaming again. She cries a lot. Father is sad too and angry with Mother. I don't know why she... And that's completely smeared out. Can't read that last bit. Mother is sad again. At lunch we ate in silence. It was strange. Father said, finish your dishes. We always eat something. It looks like rotten fish and smells very bad. Why does he always want us to eat that? It's not very nice. We have to eat it again tonight. I will throw my plate on the floor and smash it. Well, yes, that seems to be what had happened. I still reckon. I still can't get into that, but no seer marks means that someone get through here. That's the office key.
What will her room reveal about her?
Very interesting. Very sneaky.
Barbiturates. Sarah Hawkins must have been extremely agitated resorting to such a treatment.
Barbiturates, they can act as a depressant of nervous systems, but once you begin, you can never live without them. Of that, I know something.
Perfect.
Okay, I'm picking locks now. This definitely screams a cult.
Despite what happened, they seem to have loved each other.
They brought us together forever. It will bind us.
This ledger lists all of the paintings Sarah Hawkins sold.
Paying for Boston clients, 230. Paying for JF, 170. Boston client again, 200. Boston client again, 230. Painting for FS Expedition, 350. And then page 2, so the long one. Painting for JF and for FS Expedition. Okay, the good doctor had a painting as well. Painting for AD 500. Returned. Painting for FS Expedition. Painting for Dr. F, so that might be Dr. Fuller, was for treatment, and the Shambler for FS as a gift.
It seems the last one was given for free to a Francis Sanders. I wonder why. Sarah Hawkins' agent was getting worried. Seems she wasn't giving any signs of life.
Signs of what? My very dear Sarah, ever since you left to bury yourself away on that lost island, your art has been attracting an increasing number of collectors. Beg you to send me some new paintings. The last ones so somber and strange moving as no other paintings have been. Are selling at a premium price, and I'll explain why the prices went up to about 500. Your percentage of these most recent sales is attached. Do not forget your friend who was the first to recognize your genius and display it to the world. Affectionately yours, Maximilian L. Okay. Still, these creepy statue things. Notebooks to understand. Oh, I'm not going to touch. Something came out of here. Door, and then that way. I'll follow that in a bit.
Was Sarah Hawkins interested in the occult? Looks like a revocation ritual. Was she trying to invoke something or banish it?
Interesting, but Mark's there. I hear whispers. But Mark's there, then up the wall.
Bradley? Is that you?
Door. Up here.
Is anyone there?
Yeah, something's been through here. Don't know what it is, but something has. Something creepy. Very, very creepy. That picture of, well, my character Pierce. That's got to be a picture. Whoa.
You! Stop!
Bradley, did you see which way he went?
Who? I didn't see anyone. I just heard some noise. Are you all right?
A man was hiding on the upper level. He ran when he saw me. He can't be far.
I'll cover you.
This door was closed earlier. Where did he go? It looks like an old seaway map.
Okay, so... Oh. Okay, so... Where's it? Got the journey of... several things.
Clearly, Charles Hawkins knew Captain Fitzroy very well.
Who's the other guy?
I wonder who the man with the glasses is in the photograph.
Do you
Probably
really
another friend of Hawkins.
I don't see
The
any
Scylla.
way out.
It's the boat that was stranded at the entrance to the harbor. This panel is movable. Cogwheels. They must be linked to an opening mechanism. Probably a secret passage. I must find a way to activate the opening mechanism.
Okay.
Great. I managed to force the gears. It looks like I've triggered something.
Well done, Pierce.
Okay, so that's just levered it slot. Unlock that. Didn't think I put that much into strength, but apparently, yeah, so. Definitely interesting.